Hi there, it's Linda here. Thanks for joining me today as I play with this new Gerda Steiner stamp called Vrooming By. So I'm just sorting out first of all the Copic markers that I'll be using to colour this fun little image today. And as you can see, I keep all my Copics tied together with rubber bands. I just find that easier. Keeping all the colour families together helps me know which ones go with which, and I don't have a beautiful little cabinet to keep them all in, so rubber band around the colour families into a box, and that works for me. So I'm listing all the colours that I'm using today up at the top left of the screen, so you'll be able to know exactly what I've got in my hand at the time. So colouring this sweet little dog, first of all, just giving him a nice light brown coverage, using my favourite colours today. I love the turquoise, aqua colours and pink, my favourite colours in the whole world, so they're the colours I'm using for his helmet and scarf and his sweet little scooter. So nothing too difficult with the Copic colouring here, just laying down a fine line of the darkest colour, blending that out a little bit with the medium tone, and then finishing off with the lighter of the three for the rest of the colouring. And that tends to work fairly well for me. That's my pretty much go-to Copic colouring. Doesn't take me too long and it seems to blend fairly nicely. So there's the little dog pretty much finished, and then I'll be able to move on and colour his nose. I've got a Copic multi-liner here in 0.3. I just leave a little white space just so it looks like there's a bit of a shine there on his nose. Now I've got the BG09 for the darkest shade on the sweet little scooter, and I'm just being a bit indecisive where I'm going to put that, but anyway, only a tiny little bit of that really goes down. Blending it out with the BG07, and then using my lightest shade in that colour group, which is the BG05. So I'm going to let you just watch the Copic colouring for a little while now. A bit of music there for you to listen to, and then I'll be back to have a chat more soon. Right, so I'm up to the tyres on the scooter, and I don't have black Copic markers, so I'm using a Tombow pen here, just a black Tombow pen, and I'm colouring the complete wheel or tyre, the rubber part black, and leaving a little white section at the front of the tyre, leaving that uncoloured. That is to achieve that sort of shine or highlight again. And it's a pretty simple little way to colour the tyres up. I'm not blending anything here, just the same colour, just one black all the way around. Then I've got one of the C markers for the little spoke. Well, it's not really a spoke, but whatever that thing is in the middle of the tyre. Darice might be able to tell me. She rides a scooter, so I might have to ask her next time. But there's my little scootering dog, pretty much done, doing his little chin strap on his helmet. He's a good boy wearing his helmet. And now getting my embossing done on my card front. Nice clean and simple card today, but this new Darice embossing folder, which must be called Clouds or something amazing like that, don't you think? Yeah, can't see a name on the package, sorry. So just using it in my big shot, putting it on the correct tab for embossing, putting down my bottom plate, then my embossing folder, card and my top plate, rolling it through, and it really gives a beautiful effect. Just such beautiful subtle detail, but it's so nice on a clean and simple card. So fussy cutting out the little fella. I have not got the dies for this. I figured it'd be not too difficult to hand cut, so just working my way around. I've added some highlights, you'll see, with a white gel pen, which certainly do help just to bring the colouring a little bit more to life. And as you can see, I have a piece of paper from the Lawn Fawn Really Rainbow paper pad, and I'm stamping out the Just Vrooming By to Say Hi sentiment. The first section of that, I'm stamping it on the red part there, and at this point I'm planning on having hi, hi, hi coming out of the back of the scooter like little puffs of smoke. I do change my mind about that, but anyway, I'll come to that in a minute. Cutting up some foam dot pieces here just to lay behind my sentiment, adding it to the left hand side of the card front there. I've cut it in a little flag shape on the end, and this is where I decided to change my idea about the hi, hi, hi being in little clouds of smoke or coloured little puffs behind the scooter. So I'm just getting the scooter in place, adding him on a bit of an angle. Thought that looked quite cute, and I end up going to my Ultra New mini ink pads, choosing 3 colours that worked well with the colour of the scooter, and I stamp out the hi directly on the card front using those 3 colours, which are Ocean Waves, Coral Berry and Turquoise. And I did consider getting that black multi-liner, the Copic one. I did consider drawing little puffs of smoke around each word, and I'd sort of trialled it on a bit of scrap paper, but I didn't like the look of it, so I ended up just leaving them like that, puffing out at the back. And I think that looks quite sweet, all colour coordinating there. Just adding some shadow underneath the scooter with the W3 marker, and my card is complete.